really interesting. Wow. Yeah, really interesting how he considered the fold so heavily because people just under bluff in these $400 tournaments. It's really, really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, what are his bluffs? You know, like if we really think about it, like sure, ace high, like ace high has some showdown value if you had ace five, and when he raises the turn with maybe some backdoor diamond draw or something like that, he actually gets called in on this kind of board. Like, what hands do you have that you're folding?
And it's gonna have some misdraws and things too. So I think calling is the only option myself. Let's see if Boogaloo got away from it. Ooh, call is 6.
So this is close between call.
Really interesting. So call is 6, raise is 7,500 is 10 points. And I'm going to say he said that because this is a very bad player. And so he thinks the very bad player is going to stack off here with worse queens a lot. I'm going to guarantee that's what he's going to say. Very interesting, though. I thought call for sure was the right answer. I never am in this spot. I don't know. Interesting spot, too. I think this is a little bit of a lesson for everyone out there, too. A lot of times, the hands we want to float with, like this one, are better as raises. So this kind of falls in that category.
Yeah, and he was kind of an echo chamber for us there, saying, you know, we just get better hands to call and worse to fold.
Yep.
Like, he's going to have some gut shots in his range. He's going to have spade draws. He's going to have king X. And we kind of, I mean, we kind of identify kind of what cards are going to be bad for us on future streets. And we're aware how to proceed on those cards.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, that's a very good point, man. You right.
That was the best. You didn't say anything. You won. Just straight up.
You won. I'm just spewing.
All right, so ooh, look at this. You're not opening this. You just looked at this. You're not opening.
Button cut off, hijack, low jack, under the gun one. You are.
Come on now. Okay. I am. So let's see if he.
He's got to open it, or there wouldn't be a hand.
It wouldn't be a
I'm already
quiz.
down on points.
You're already down on points in real life. Now, obviously, you're gonna cheat, but
I'm gonna evolve.
you're gonna adapt, right?
All right, let's play it.
I'm going to cry if he says he's folding here. Like, if he's like, yeah, you should be folding this in this kind of tournament, and you were actually right. All right, cool.
Wah, wah.
Like a spot where we have
Ah!
standard.
Yes.
And the reason is because queen.
I just want to say for the record that this is the best 3-point score I've ever gotten in my life. Because the right answer was fold.
Right? But you heard what he said about the tables. This is a 3K.
Here comes the excuses. 10
The
points
excuses
fold.
to
It says
open
right
if your
here.
table is particularly tight and weak. Welcome to the $5 2K world. I mean, you know, the $11 10K. I'm opening this, yeah, for sure.
This is the best 3 points of my life.
That's hilarious. And everybody's 50.
Nailed it. What the hell kind of play is that from King Queen? Who does that?
What the hell? Yeah, so I got.
Jonathan Little's an absolute crusher, so it's nice to have him.
Yeah, I agree, and I
He's
always
just
love
coaching.
playing right after sessions like this because I feel like my brain's warmed up. I'm thinking through things, and so it's a good way to start your session for sure.
Right. All right, guys, this is it.
What's up, Mike? You want to give a gist? He was saying Narco Cop was playing about D-pipping about 28% of hands. He had been very aggressive in this $10 buy-in, and here are the options to fold, to call, to raise to 1,200, raise to... What? Wait a minute, he made it 800, and my man's giving options for 12 and 1,400. So it's already getting kind of spicy. That's so nasty. To be on a site with these other crushers, you know, well-known poker public figures is pretty exciting, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I didn't mention that when I was kind of giving a little intro here too. You know, Assassinato, Matt Affleck, John Little, all coaches on the site, so very highly respectable, quality poker content.
Yep, Evan Jarvis as well. You know, remember Evan Jarvis, Matt Affleck, Assassinato, John Little.
Yeah, so I guess that just makes sense. He just have the ace of clubs in his hand. That's interesting, though. I
How
thought
many
that was
points you got?
interesting.
You didn't do that bad. 45.
I like how you just pat me on the back. You didn't do that bad. Well, yeah, good job, buddy. Like,
The back.
I remember I got the higher score in the first one. So, you know, we're 1 for 1, buddy.
I just want to know.
Calling, guys. Let's see if we're good.
Similar situation. That's pre-flop? I think pre.
All right, guys, we're checking, I guess. Oh, for fuck's sakes.
One of the things I see people when it comes to poker is when you can get to the turn and there's an opportunity.
When you're facing a min raise or just a touch more than a min raise, and there's an ante in play, which is going to be the case in most tournaments, I think, going forward, you want to defend pretty wide. If your opponent's making a 2.
All right, cool. You're going 1400.
I'm going 1400, guys.
I'm gonna go call with the arm and just see what happens.
All right, and
I would fold in game though, for the record, in case that's the winning game.
You won. You win. I have to concede. You win.
14K.
14K, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Well, no, we cannot win. This is a pretty rough spot because damn it.
Mm-hmm. Where do you gonna get my chat? They like naughty things. They like just beer, alcohol, you know.
All right, let's do I can do a $10 ACR.
A $10 ACR giveaway courtesy of my man Toe. For me beating that ass heads up in this. Sorry. No, I'm kidding. We'll do this. We'll have to do it at least once a week, man. And then, you know, we'll do it. We'll do it every week a couple times.
So it's a tie.
I guess we got to give out $10 to each other's communities. We'll just do our own $10 free roll for each. Or does that sound fair?
Yes. Do you know what this means?
You win. I give his chat $10. Take it.
So that's cool
Filthy
because we have
animal.
2 ties and then a win from you and a win from me. This is like the epic battle. It's perfect. It's great.
Yeah, we're even Stevens.
This is awesome.
Take it.
I love it.
You know.
Stop. We got a giveaway going. Let's run the giveaway for the $10 ACR winner. Closing the giveaway. Drawing the winner. My man Sebs are getting the $10 ACR giveaway for this one. We're live, party people. What's up? Back again for another Saturday of work. I do it.
What up, Toe Army? Sixes Mafia. What up, boys? Hey, wake up. Wake your asses up. It's time to get better. Look at the same shit. The easy ass game of poker. Let's get better. Make some money. Give away a little bit. What up, Keaton? Big Turd, LaRock. All my family over there on the Toe side. Good to see you guys, man. Hope everybody's doing well. We're allowed to be a little energetic. I just slammed some coffee. I'm feeling great.
I just roll out of bed. You can tell how I'm feeling. I'm tired, ready to start my weekend. But no rest for the weary. We got to get better. Because if we don't get better, Sixers just gets better without me, and we can't let that happen.
Nah, he ain't never letting that happen. You ain't gonna ever let me keep that gap going. Keep that gap larger, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, poker coaching's in the chat. Get them in there. You know what time it is. Oh shit, here we go. Poker coaching here. Poker coaching there. Oh, Carter, I think I'm supposed to roll a gift sub for you. You see that 5-head memory? Poker is the only gambling I can win at. Yeah, I got you. I'm gonna do it a little bit later in the stream, maybe when a few more people get here. What's up, John? Good to see you, man. Grateful Rich, Casual, it's poker coachings are in the chat.
Yeah, they're coming through. Jamblance, Badger
Good
Bluff.
to
What's
see you
up?
guys, man.
Stinky, what's up? Chicken Live Long, how you doing? Missy, good morning.
They're getting in there
Shopperton.
over there.
They're starting to wake up now.
Hey,
We got a bunch of people in here now.
guys, we're hoping to get back on the guest train. No spoilers, but
We got 2 on deck.
we got 2 on deck.
What
Playing
quiz
any
you-
poker today? Hail to the no, to the no, no. I don't play poker on Saturday. What am I, an idiot? Who plays poker on Saturdays?
The problem with Saturdays
No.
right now on Global specifically is they got that series going on, so they're like there's a bunch of good. There's like 4 or 6 of them today. But I think I'm gonna.
That
skip
is
it
probably
too.
a really good day to play. Actually, I just can never do it. I always save it all up for Sunday and go ape shit on Sunday. Plus, I got kids and stuff, and I can't be.
None of that, but
It's a
you can
nice
tell, like,
day.
I'm tired, man. I've been working hard this week. I just need some time to chill.
Yeah,
Gotta relax
not
and
burn out. These
recharge.
tournaments ain't going anywhere, bro. Should always be here. Sweetness. You wanna pick a quiz real quick?
Did you call me sweetness?
No, I was in sweet. No. Wait a minute. What was the running back's name for the Bears? Peyton.
No.
Who am I thinking about? Jesus.
What quiz? I don't know. Let's do an Affleck quiz. Let's do 2068.
2068.
How many short stack quizzes did Affleck make?
God, he was struggling a short stack, but see, he was like, "Fuck this, let's make some quizzes about this." You know how he was? He was like looking at his own stuff, working on short stacks, playing. Like, we can make quizzes out of this as well, my dude. So we have a few short stack quizzes we're gonna look in tournaments. At some point or another, you're always gonna get short for the most part, so worth looking at. All right, let's draw.
I'm always short stack. Let's draw.
Walter Payton, that's what I'm thinking of.
Jam Lance.
Oh, piss. Walter Payton. Yeah, that's who I was like, God, what was his name? There it is. Carter, you already have something you're going to roll over. Maybe it's going to be 2 times. Do the work. You already know the drill, sir. What's up, Menace? Good morning, good afternoon. All right, who you got over there?
Jam Lance.
Jambalance. Easy ass money. Come on, Carter. This is too easy. Wait a minute. What number are we doing again?
2068.
2068. Jack 8 suited. GG. All right. Ready?
Ready? Let's roll it.
All right, this time we have Jack 8 of clubs on the button with 20 big blinds. It folds to us on the button. We have a 7 big blind in the small blind, 20 big blind stack in the big. Should we fold, raise to 2 big blinds, or go all in?
All right. We definitely have some jams in this spot. Is this one of them?
Are we jamming our suited 8s? Kids in the study group. You already kind of have an idea where that's at. Where we at? Keaton's going for 2. Fold or min raise. Okay. 2 big blinds. Just open. No need to get out of line. Not yet. 2, 2, 2. If it was 15, then maybe, he says.
Okay.
It depends how aggro the short stack is.
Jamblance, Dennis, Ryan, Meatball.
Carter's
That's
going
Ryan,
too.
I'm praying. Meatball, JV, Badger Bluff, Missy, Chicken, all going too. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2.
Yep. I mean, this is just a 2, right? I mean, Jamblance went 2. Nobody's jam. Yeah, so if you're looking at this, you start to ask, okay, where do my jams come from then, right? Instead of just being a lazy ass and saying, nope, this one is over.
2s through 6s.
Don't be lazy as hell and say, all right, I'm not jamming this. He's suggesting you have some jamming range. Do you know what it is? Let's see if he gives us a clue. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you jamming too wide? Or are you not jamming enough?
Yeah, 2s
You're
through
jamming
6s.
you're jamming some of your suited 10s or jacks here because you don't want to raise
weakest
fold or
aces.
raise induce. You got some offsuit aces. You got some low pairs. right? So you should ask yourself that question rather than this. All right, everybody's deciding
Those are the
this
shots.
suited eight
This
is
is min
this.
raise for sure. And
Min
also,
raise.
someone said jamming 15. Min raise 15 as well.
So what would you do with Jack 10 suited?
I would min raise Jack 10 suited.
You want to raise full at that to big blind, or is that one of the ones you want to use as a? How about Queen Jack suited?
I mean, honestly, I think all the suited paint. I think I'm min raising. I think my jams are coming from 2s through 6s, and then I don't know.
You know,
if it's
there's
offsuit
definitely some.
ace-X. I don't know if it's offsuit ace-X like 2, 3, 4, and 5, or suited 2, 3, 4, and 5. But it's one of those two. Sometimes it's
All right.
suited, sometimes it's offsuit. I'm looking.
I love the Jack 10 suited jam for 20, ace 8, ace 7, king, queen suited, low pairs. See? Let's
You're
see.
never jamming king queen suited for 20. No way.
It's a raise and deuce. Yeah, snap raise call. That's too good.
Jams come from ace 2, 3, and 4 suited, and 2s through 4s on the charts. Let's do it.
There it is. Let's see what Matt thinks. Let's do it.
I'm gonna raise the
2.
2 big blinds
Good.
here. It gets a little weird with the short stack and the small blind, but we can just call when they go all in. It's not a huge deal, and this hand is just not strong enough to be jamming and risking 20 big blinds against a 20 big blind stack in the big blind. So I like raising the 2 big blinds here as our option. I don't play a strategy with limping here, but I could be convinced that limping is an option here as well. Flop comes queen 5-4, and should we check, bet 1.5 big blinds, bet 3 big blinds, or go all in?
All right, guys. What are we doing now?
All right, and since in my stream, I mean, we were asking ourselves those tough questions, and Matt didn't kind of give us any guidance on what a jam range would look like. It would kind of probably look something like this. On the button, you got these offsuit ace-X with very high equity. You have these low pairs, and then I was kind of alluding to some of our suited 10s and Jack 10 suited, and some of this region being in there as well. Obviously, suited ace-X, you're not really trying to raise calls. So that was 17 and 17.5. 18 bigs. All right, what are you guys doing here? C-bet or Najee?
3 bigs, 1.5. Open fold? Snake, you're in position. You can't open fold. Mad going 1.5.
1.5.
Propaganda throwing the heat. Praying going small. Meatball, JV. 1.5.
Eaton
1.5.
says he's always going to C-betting with the backdoor flush draw. Nobody is 0 checks.
0 checks.
No, literally 0.
Although I haven't seen jam blinds yet. Oh, Jackson just came in and troll checked. Oh, there's Snake checking.
Jackson actually might be checking.
He might be. Shark checking. Now they're coming in. Everyone checking.
There he is.
Jam
Nice
Lance,
day
where you
yesterday,
at?
Jackson. I see you. I'm gonna have to give you the shout out for Jack. Jackson lost his fucking mind yesterday. Had an amazing session. I seen it. I have to give you the shout out because I was impressed when I woke up this morning.
Tabak, what up? Welcome, buddy.
7 final tables, podiums, or something fucking wild. Chosen. All right, let's do it.
Don't feed that chosen shit.
Yesterday he was. When
Don't
you get 7 podiums
don't instigate
for one
that
day. No, it's not a
cringy
term like
He had one day.
but for one day or one tournament or one moment. In one moment versus someone. I get the concept, not the not he is one, but in a moment.
Jam Line's going 1.5.
All right, 1.5. Everybody. You ready?
I mean, we just C-bet range, like always C-betting. Right? Do you have any checks?
Some of these boards are gonna be not every board is C-bet range. You know this.
No,
I
I'm
mean,
talking about this board.
yeah, this one in this spot. I mean, I guess I'm just going to like.
You've never checked this board in your life on the button.
No.
You lied
man.
to. I've seen tens of thousands of your hands. You've never checked this board in your life.
Yes, I have.
Single hand. Jacks, not even jacks. You're even betting that shit. Like, nah.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
He's lying to you, people.
All right, let's go ahead and
He's
just
lying
do
right
it.
to your face, people.
All right, let's do it.
Really
1.5.
getting short stacked here. We're playing with about a 3-to-1 stack to pot ratio here. We want to be careful getting check raised off of equity. That is going to really struggle against a check raise here. And the main candidates for that are
This
going to
has
be
no
backdoor
equity, so
flush
there would
draws,
be some checks here.
especially strong backdoor flush draws. So like ace 8 of clubs, ace 9 of clubs, king 9 of clubs. These are the types of hands we really want to be doing
damn, there's a
checking
lot of
back with
checking on
because we
this
don't want to
board.
face a check raise. And then
Damn, somebody
jam
said
on the
ace
turn.
8 of clubs. I see you,
Jack 8 of
Carter.
clubs falls into that.
Holy
However,
fuck.
it is a weaker backdoor flush draw. It's not
Lot of
like a
checking.
king high or an ace high one that really wants to
Way more checking.
make sure they can see it
Yeah,
over.
dude.
So
That's
this
why I
hand
said
can
I
be
shouldn't be
both
betting
check or
everything.
Bet.
Nah.
If you have a player that doesn't check raise enough, I think betting is going to be the best option against a player that's pretty aggressive and knows how to check raise effectively.
Check Skype.
Checking is going to be a better option. This hand, if you look in theory, is probably going to be like a mix between check and bet. But against
Lambo leg
population,
lock
betting
is gonna fuck with you.
probably the best option because they're not going to check raise enough. So the cost of betting, which is giving them a chance to check raise, isn't very that costly. So I did choose to check this time. Turn is the deuce of clubs, and this player checks. It's on us. Should we check, bet 1.5 big blinds, bet 3 big blinds, or go all in?
All right, guys, we checked. They checked again. What do we do?
This is the flop sim.
What's up, Contrast? How you doing, homie?
60-40. Oh shit, I took the wrong one. 60-40. That's I'm like, I'm not c-betting every time, man. You put me in a cage here. I ain't that crazy. Especially versus this dude's a reg.
3 bigs for sharp. Check for Dennis. So already controversy.
Bet 3, bet 3. Check for the grateful one. Oh, baby. LaRock in the cage.
So you're checking now, right, Jamblance? Check.
I want to go all in, literally
No,
lose
no,
control of his body.
Propaganda 3, Contrast 3, JV 3, Meatball 3.
A 2 is better for the big blinds range.
Check
Front
for
row.
Jamblance. Missy checking.
I'm actually seeing everything here.
We got 3 or check, nothing in between.
Let me see what Carter's doing. Carter's just betting 3.
Chicken going off the rails here and betting pot.
Pot. Just snap pot. All right. What is Jambalance doing?
Checking.
All right, cool. We're going 3. This is where they part ways. GPT, what are you doing? Rock's jamming.
I'm definitely not jamming. Definitely not jamming because I can never get called by worse and just push out all worse and only get called by something sneaky and better. Although I don't really know what better he has. But so like, I think I'm always betting here. I feel like
we got Jack high, folding out King high,
go
random
3.
shit. Have some equity.
Yeah, seems good. We got a lot of equity. So I think that's kind of where I land for sure. If you told me you check, I think that's all right, but probably not the best option.
Yeah, I mean, if we don't have any showdown, we can make King high and some better hands fold to just beat us. This player will just defend like King 9 and go check, and then what? I don't know. It just seems like he's kind of capped betting twice. He should have some bets on this turn. There will be some portions of our range that can start betting. We would just check back some of our Queen X if we're playing reasonably well.
Mm-hmm.
As you see, we're playing like 60-40. So I would say bet 3. And then there might be some ace high backdoor flush draws that I might check because actually getting check raised off that equity sucks. Or you can go with those. So, all right, let's do it. I'm with Team Carter. Bet 3.
Okay.
Let's see if Matt wants to check it. You ready?
Yep.
So once we check back on the turn, we kind of have capped our range in a little bit.
Jack
We don't have
fucking
a lot of
high.
really strong hands. Like, yes, we check back like pocket queen sometimes and maybe like the occasional queen 6 suited. However,
Yes.
we don't really improve on the deuce, so our betting frequency is going to be pretty low. We will have some bets that are hands that are going to bet, and then we're going to be doing a lot of checking though. This hand again is in the same problem. We don't want to get check raised off this equity. So it really depends on your opponent's turn pro betting strategy here on the turn. In my opinion, people once they double check, they just end up folding way too much. They bet too much here with 5x, 4x. Don't protect their checking range here, so bets normally in this type of a situation lead to a lot of folds. So I guess if I'm going to lean, I'm going to lean towards betting and probably on the bigger side, like 3 big blinds. However, checking this hand is perfectly acceptable. We don't want to get check raised. By example, a heart flush draw, like a king high heart flush draw, that would be kind of a disaster here because we can't really fold. So I really like both options, check or bet. Probably going to lean towards bet since I don't think people protect the ranges that well. I went for the bet, and we get a fold, which is always a good option.
Got him.
Sweet.
Wait,
So
wait.
checking totally okay. 7 points.
Oh, you got a 7 for a check? We got a 10. And swish that bitch
Yeah,
for
nice,
betting.
nice.
Bet we have jack high.
Yeah, that's
You know
the
you're
big
going to go
thing.
check,
So
check, and it's going to
Jack
come
high
10.
Can't show down, and they've
As
capped
well.
like a mother, right?
I mean, you're just going to lose to king of spades, 10 of diamonds sometime or something
Sure.
weird like that. You're like, bet. I could have just won this fucking pot.
Totally. Yeah.
But yeah, I get it. I mean, checking all with some equity here
Checking
is
okay.
also just fine. In some spots, and some versus some opponents, when you're going to get check raised to hell, they're that good. Great, don't do it. But most of the time, meh. All right, GG, make it 2 gift subs now. I guess
Oh,
Carter
shit.
wants to give out some gift subs. I'm gonna do that. What's up, Praying Gaming?
Yeah, I'm the
Welcome.
same way, Kep. Like, once they start checking twice, I start to look for excuses not to bet. Because the check twice is usually pretty darn honest. All
The keyword is
here's the
Kappa.
keyword. Kappa. Hang on, I'm not ready for that crap. I'm not ready
I'm
for
not
that crap.
ready for that crap. That old boomer talk.
Kappa. Got it.
I'm not ready for that. I'm here for the free Wi-Fi.
With a free Wi-Fi.
I'm just here for the free Wi-Fi. All right, sweet. We got that. The Kappa's streaming in the chat. You'd love to see it. We can't be stopped. Great. Pick another quiz while those are rolling in there. Good to see everybody. Good to see you guys. Good morning, good afternoon, man.
Something stand out to you?
Silver practice.
Okay.
Always. Oh, there's one down here. Did we do
What's the
26?
question?
Yeah.
You want to do 66?
I'm looking at 2060.
2060. I
Mhm.
thought you were gonna go with the. Oops. I thought you were gonna go with 2066 just because it had the namesake. Okay.
We've already done that one, or I have that one done.
You 2066 done?
Correct. The King 10 of Spades.
I don't have that one done somehow.
You had to have been here. I haven't done one.
Maybe
solo one in
I
ever.
went back in the PC Discord and did it then because I had there was a question. Because that'll happen.
Oh, and then it
sometimes.
reset it or something like that. Yeah, because we've definitely done it.
Okay.
2060. We'll do that one if you have that one open. Is this for a gift sub? No, this one is actually. Let me just roll some gift subs super quick. Let me see. How do I do this? I have no idea how to do this from here.
You don't know. How
All right, I'll figure it out. But let's go ahead. This one will get $5, and then I'm just gonna do 2 gift subs randomly. Or I'll pick for them. Yeah, it's more fun to do it that way. All right, let's do it.
All right, rolling. Shy concern.
Oh, Fuka, let's get it.
Good luck, good luck, good luck. What up, Snake?
Oh, let's go. Okay, Draft needs to make some quizzes, right?
Does.
That would be some good ass quizzes, man. He would be very entertaining. His quizzes would be fire.
Yeah, I modded a bunch of his stream, like probably 3 or 4 hours of his stream yesterday. He's a fun guy to watch. He's very entertaining.
Hell yeah, he is.
Not only is he really, really good, but he's also a super entertaining guy.
He's got a funny ass little laugh, and he just be wrecking people and
Yeah, he's
laughing
always
while he's
making
doing
jokes.
it.
He interacts with the
It's
community
like,
well.
what the fuck?
He's playing a 10K online on
Yeah,
Twitch.
he's-
Actually, we'll probably end up throwing him the host, but he's playing a 10K on Twitch today.
He played one yesterday when I was watching. All right, 2060. I am ready. Good luck, my
All
man.
right, Shaq, sir, let's do this,
Represent.
buddy.
All right, 2060, clicking it now.
Cutoff opens off of 50 big blinds. What percentage of hands should we be playing here from the button?
Snap, put you in the spot.
What percentage of hands
On the
are we
button, what percentage of
defending with
hands?
on the button?
I appreciate these exercises. They really help visualize ranges and then get percentages in there as well. Don't be shy. Oh, don't be shook now. You guys asked for this. You woke up this morning looking for this. Remember that? Come on. What are we doing?
You got a few 30s in there, a 25.
25 to 30. Okay. Keaton ain't fucking around. He said 30%. The biggest number. 25. 20. I'm on the tighter side of players though. So we got 20%. $20 for Jackson.
Missy says 25.
Min-Matt says 25. A bunch of different. I mean, this one is all over the place.
Shackleton.
I've seen everything but 15. You know you're kind of being ridiculous at 15%, so nobody's picking that one.
Yep.
I mean, that's insane. And even if you don't get the exact percentage right, you should be visualizing all the hands in your head, starting at pairs or offsuit ace-X where you need to V-pip. Are you V-pipping every single suited ace? Are you V-pipping every suited 9 down to 9-10 suited, 8-9 suited? Any suited 7s in there? How about all your suited kings? Are you playing them all? Where does it end? All right, so I'm seeing 25%, 20 for Bauda. Let me make sure Fuga's going at 20. We're at 20 here.
We are at 25. 20 definitely too tight. Somewhere between 25 and 30, right?
I mean, yeah, I would say 30 if we're playing, like, depending on who this is. We could probably play suited King 4, King 5 plus, and then all like a lot of suited 8s and 9s, and then we're just in there 3-betting like ace 8, ace 9 sometimes. Like, yeah, we're battling 3s plus for sure. All the suited aces are played. Like, yeah, it's a little bit not 30?
Like, every time we get asked
can't
this
visualize
question,
it.
It's 25 to 30%. Like, the first range is always 25 to 30%.
Yeah, I can't visualize the 5%, and then he's using Odin, so I don't know what if it's looser or tighter. So yeah, one of these is going to be correct, 25 or 30. Get in there. We're going 20 though. 20 feels way too tight. Good luck, sir.
Way too tight. Let's do it.
Good luck. Let's see if it is.
The answer is 30%. The population does not play enough hands.
You got to play a lot of fucking hands. King 4 suited.
We're
suited
mostly
7s,
calling,
ace 8.
but we're going to be 3-betting about a third of the time. Our calls will be all of those very playable hands, low pocket pairs, suited hands, and some offsuit Broadway. And then our 3-bets will come from 10s plus for value, ace king off, ace queen suited plus for value, and then bluffs with high card blocker qualities, ace 8, ace 9, king 8, king 7, queen 9, queen 8. So you're playing a ton of hands from the button. We call this combo. Which range has more equity on this board?
So a couple things. One thing is he said 30 was the right answer, but gave 25 10 points.
Because, I mean, he showed in his Odin, if you rewind back, it's actually like 72%. So it's like in between both. And if you can't get it exactly right, that float is fine, right? And then there's some partial frequency stuff. So you're doing fine. Just play more hands is what the quiz is trying to tell you.
Yeah, and especially play more hands when you're on the button and you close the action, and then position is power, right? Like, so when you have position, we get to be wider and fuck them up.
I mean, dude, there was like King 4 suited in there. How many people are just always playing at 100% of the time at 50? There's a shitload of folds. People are just overfolding. Are people just only 3-betting ace 8? No. people are just sometimes finding faults and stuff. I've seen the hand histories. So yeah, what do you guys think about this one? Which range has more equity on this board? The cutoffs range or the buttons range? And think about it.
Which has more equity on this board? Button should have more equity, says Nutflesh. Button for Shark. Kemp says cutoff.
Cutoff, button. Damn, this is actually split. It's 50-50. It's literally just a train going back and forth. Button, cutoff button, def button. Keaton changes his mind. Cutoff should have some overpairs, he says. Days Boy with the button. This is kind of interesting to see. Well, the great news is Romero is going to explain to you why, and once he does, you're going to remember it and be better from it. That's great. Button is offsuit 10s and suited 8s.
Ranges, I'm pretty sure the button has more equity because we don't have as much of the top of range like ace and kings where both have sets and top. Or cutoff. He meant cutoff when he said that. Cutoff sells over pairs. We don't. And we both have the same sets and top pair.
Well, I don't think...
That's Prayan's argument.
I don't know. Are you ever flatting 10s to a cutoff open at 50 bigs? I don't think I got it in me. Ever.
No.
So we don't have 10s? We flatten jacks ever?
No, he was saying sets. No.
I know, but we don't have
cutoff.
top set
But no, cutoff has it. He said cutoff has sets and over.
Oh, cutoff. Yeah, cutoff has all the sets. We don't have top set, I don't think, on the button. Do we have jacks ever? No. Do we have queens ever? No. Do we have fucking aces ever? No. Do we have full frequency of both of our ace 10s? Don't we even mix those? This is fucking interesting.
I think it's a cutoff for all those reasons.
We probably have ace 10 suited.
Sure.
You think it's the cutoff for all those reasons? Yeah, we have ace 10 suited, and then we probably mix ace 10 off between 3-betting and calling. Ugh. And none of the overpair. All right, fuck. I've talked myself into thinking the cutoff.
I'm with you. Yeah, for all those reasons. We don't have.
All right,
it was a really good catch to like. We don't even have all the sets, right? We don't have sets of 10s here very much.
Do we have sets of 2 in full frequency when we flat? Yeah, but probably. We probably never. I mean, be an idiot as hell to just fold. All right, cool. We have sets of deuces and 5s though, but they open deuces, 5s, and 10s and have all the overpair. Yep. Carter said the buttons. I think that was fun.
Yep.
Let's see what Romero's explanation is here. Let's see. More junk.
Slightly more equity on this board. Remember, cutoff has about 36% of hands pre-flop. Button has about 30% of hands.
So more junk.
The cutoff still has that nut advantage, more aces, kings, queens, pocket 10s type of hands in his range. But in general, the button's range is a bit more condensed and has a decent amount of interaction with this board.
Fair enough.
Checks to the dealer button. Cutoff should be playing a mixed strategy here. Make sure that you're checking to the imposition flatter at a decent frequency, because while sometimes, they have equity advantage, the position helps drive up their EV as well. So what is the worst hand that should be mostly bet here for value on the flop?
So interesting, right?
Should we bet for value on the flop by the button, right?
Even though you remember, like, it's hard to visualize from what you perceive like an equity standpoint, like even how those ranges interact, even though they don't have, but we have so much junk in the cutoff is what he's saying, and they have a more condensed calling range than we do. So interesting. What's the worst hand? 5s, 5-6. Ooh.
What is the worst hand you are betting for value on?
I'm sorry. Button? There we go. Definitely need a 10 in our hand, John says. 3-5. Sheer value for sevens. Dude, these guys are poker. This is how fun poker
Yes, the
is.
weakest hand we would bet of the options. We don't have any of the dirty diaper here.
Yak 10. Sixes. Eights. 9, 10.
I always forget to look at the options. Cap, how you forget to look at the options?
He's just out
So
there
he
just
gets
saying
so
what he would do
excited.
in this spot. Oh, I'm only betting queen 10 plus
We
here.
just said the cutoff had none advantage. In my opinion, Jack 10 says contrast. Kept going 6-5. I'd hate to bet any of these hands, though, to be honest. Like, cutoff should be checking a lot here. Maybe Jack 10 because it's the strongest and we block the lowest part of the opening range. But fuck this spot. 9-10.
I mean, in theory, or is this in real life? Because when they check to you here, you could make a case for betting every single one of these motherfucking hands, if you ask me. But I have a problem, so don't ask me.
Shotgun, what are you doing, buddy?
In a real life application, people aren't balanced here. Fucking shit. All these hands can be bet for protection. But this says bet for value. What can be bet for value to get called by worse? 9-10 for Fabras. 9-10 suited. I'd bet 5-6 key. Now feel you. They's a check and I'm a betting. Use a check and I'm a betting. All right. I like to see the use a check and I'm a betting army. Oh, you're still waiting for your guy?
Yeah.
Come on.
Shot concern, where you at?
Disqualified. And 3, 2, 1. Your hand's dead. GG. You got to like call the floor and have a clock in some of these spots. We have like have a countdown clock.
Might have lost him. Might have lost him.
Jambland. Oh, you had somebody else.
I'm gonna have to redraw.
Oh,
5,
piss.
4, 3.
He's running it in Pio right now.
2, 1.
He's RTAing a fucking quiz spot.
All right, shot concern. We got to redraw on you.
Got to steal all the equity I can get.
I think you might have disconnected. All right, Shark, step in. Yay, Shark. He answered up here somewhere. Hang on, let me look. Shark said 6-5.
All right, cool. And damn, that went on so long. I forgot what we were doing.
I am betting. I think I'm bet all these. I'm betting every one of these as well, for value and for protection. Like I would bet 5-6 here for sure.
What are we doing here? Tag me. I mean, and this is real. I mean, he's probably in the theoretic betting for value, but I could see every single one of these hands betting. Sicko. Jack 10 for Fuka. All right, cool.
Jack 10. Where'd you go? You're back now. What happened? We called you. We called you. We called you. We count
Please,
down.
Romero. I played against you. You were bet. I can't imagine Romero checking any of these hands here. All right. Let's see it. You ready?
Yeah. We're going 5-6.
We're going Jack 10. The strongest.
So on this flop, it's important to be protecting your check back ranges. I see a lot of people betting here with hands
love
like
to see
sixes through nines, 6-5, etc. At a very, very high frequency.
Answer check and where?
Which just kind of leaves their turn range a little bit too capped. So we need to be checking back with a decent amount of 10x. Here's the strategy for the button. The worst value hand that's going to be bet at almost 75% frequency here is Jack 10.
6-5 is mixing.
Note that there are some checks with King 10, Queen 10. We're almost pure checking 10-7 and 10-8. And the pocket pairs 6s through 9s are checked more often than not. So we decide to bet here for small sizing with 10-9. So what is the worst hand now that the cutoff should be raising most of the time for value?
Guys, am I tripping or wasn't it showing 6-5 mixing bet as well? Right?
I could just go back and see.
Look, it has six. It has like, what's the word? It's fucking mixing with some of the bottom. It's mixing with all these hands. In the backseat, Jack 10 suited
5-6
is
is
it's mixing
50-50.
as much as the 6-5 suited.
9-10 is 50-50. 8s was a check. That's always checking.
Yeah, I mean, some of
Jack
the pairs, the
10,
under pairs is no, but
50-50.
we're,
It's a
what did you get for
Fugazi.
yours? What did you get for your bet?
4
answer.
points for 6-5.
You gotta, but look at Jack 10. It's like mixing as much as I don't know. I just seen that. It's like you can bet. Only thing it really doesn't like is like the 8s and shit. Though I could see how 8s and under pair can be wrong, but a hand like 6-5 and stuff like that isn't just drawing the 2 outs moving forward. Interesting. I just wanted to make sure I wanted to look at this again. He said it's the big blind range. Why would it BB range be in a hand? It's cut off and button. All right. I don't think he said that, but maybe. All right, let's move forward here. And what is the worst hand that you should mostly raise flop for value in the cutoffs range here?
In the cutoff, facing a bet. Check. We face a bet. What's the worst hand we're raising?
Hey, creme brulee. Good luck this weekend in the majors as well. I expect to see that name on some podium somewhere for 5X. I expect to see it. I've seen it before. I'll see it again. What up, Spirit? Nice turnout today. It's a great day. It's beautiful. A lot of legends in the house trying to get better at the game. What are you doing here, bro? Min-matched Queen 10. So Queen 10 is check raising. Queen 10, Ace 10, King 10. Okay. So I'm seeing them all. King 10 for Fuka. I guess King 10 looking at the answers.
Jason
available.
coming in and saying Ace 10. We got a King 10. King 10 for Shark. King 10 for Nut Flush. Who's up? Shark. Shark says King 10. No.
Yeah, we got King 10 here as well.
Ace 10 for Shark. Meatball says King 10. King 10 for Cheat.
Only Ace 10. I think for me, yeah, I mean, because he's flatting suited Ace 10 at full frequency. The button is, so in the cutoffs perspective, you don't want to cool yourself versus Ace 10. So I would just use only Ace 10 and just keep in the King 10s. And when you have King 10 and Queen 10 here, it's all right, reasonably nice to just check call and cooler him and have a very strong calling range. So
I'll be honest, I was raising King 10 here a lot, but over the last few weeks we've seen spots like this in these solver practice quizzes that are telling us that we only do top and not so much the other stuff.
Well, it's nice to balance your just check call range from some of the times you have all kind of, you need to check call with under pair ones, right? And so it's really nice to have stuff, and then you can cooler them when they have like the King Queens that are just betting in the back seats and the King Jacks, and now you have top 2 versus those hands. So I don't know, Ace 10 to unblock these to cooler them, and then keeping these in. So that's the way I see it. Let's do it. We're going King 10 though.
Ace 10 for us. Let's find out.
The cutoff is going to be fast playing almost all of his
Queen 10.
strongest hands on this flop.
I'm bad at the game.
GG.
GG.
Somewhat vulnerable.
Back to the
So a hand
micros.
like aces
See you in
is
hell.
calling at a decently high frequency, but all the kings, queens, jacks, ace 10, king 10,
Is Odin busted?
queen 10, it's going to be raised on this flop. He can expect the dealer button to be betting a decently wide range here.
Check wasn't one of the options for the question, Shy.
Of his range. He also has a lot of bluffs in his range that he can throw in as a check raise on this bluff as well. That work really nicely. Hands like Queen Jack with a backdoor flush draw, Jack 9 with a backdoor flush draw, Ace X suited, backdoor flush draw, etc. So the worst hand that the cutoff is mostly raising for value on this flop is Queen 10. We see Queen 10 being raised about 60, Queen 10 suited being raised about 60% of the time on this flop for protection and value.
Who uses
Cutoff
Odin?
check raises, 6 of spades on the turn, barrel, call, king of hearts, shove for...
Here it is.
What do we do here with 10-9?
Well, come on, Skater Die. What are you doing? Odin is dog wah. Beat says Boldums for the Docks. Days Boy Shrug calling. Side fold because I'm a nit. Says who could fold? Damn, Days Boy's the only one in there. Everybody else is
Yeah, we
shookums.
went.
Yeah, we can. You want to rewatch the action? Yeah, it's actually hellacious. Like here, we went 3K, and then they get out of here. Did they just call or check raise? They made it 8K after we make it 3 in the check raise, 13K on the turn, and then 1, 2, 3 Jerash. Check raise 1, 2, 3.
With no draw. No draws on the board.
Just no backdoor, just check raise 1, 2, 3.
All right. I'm good.
I've seen enough. Days Boy is shook now. He said, "Nah, okay." Sometimes you tell the story back in your head, it seems ridiculous.
I mean, I'll tell you this, Contrast, in practice, don't ever call this. But he says, look at the pot. Only have to be right 30% of the time, and 30% of the time it works every time. Don't love it, but these pots are crucial. Call.
True. I mean, it feels so bad. Look at the pot.
In real life, run for your fucking life. Just run. We'll see what happens in Solverland. Because Solverland's gonna be a little different. This player's gonna be balanced and put you to test and all that jazz.
This is like the spot live when you're looking at the pot and then you just start putting on your stuff before you even throw in your chips. You throw in your chips, you see your debt, and you throw your cards in the muck, right?
You are indeed exactly 50-50 here, Beats. You either 50% win or 50% lose.
You think, I swear, we get to these, we've done so many.
I would say in practice, especially live, you 95% lose and 5% win. But this reminds me of the tag team where like I just kept getting wrecked every time with like the second best hand. Like this is the spot. Like I would have ace, I would have queen 10 here or something, and like what the fuck, right?
Yeah. All right. I mean, I'm just getting to the point. Like Romero, we've done enough of these quizzes. I don't see him make these kind of folds too often.
I don't either, but
I don't think I've ever seen him fold top pair or second pair getting this price. But let's see. Maybe it is just so bad that he has to just give up. I'm hoping so because this is gonna be in real life. You're fucked pretty bad.
I mean, contrast. It's a little different on the BOL streets. The BOL streets are crazy, but if you get check raise bet like on 10-5 deuce. Like, this motherfucker does not have ace-3 of clubs.
Oh, that man.
Just run.
Right. I'm sorry. Let me make sure. We're folding. Fuga's folding. All right, let's do it.
So remember on this flop when we were betting, 10x was the top of our
You know,
range.
I've never seen him fold this
We
spot.
will be
ever.
betting some combos of
No, I'm serious.
he
never does.
As well.
Never.
Hands like 6, 7s, 8s, 9s got bet at a low frequency. 5x got bet at a low frequency. And then we have all of this 10x.
I'm sorry for the confusion.
That's going to be bet about half the time. So 10 falls.
This is super tough and weird though, so let's be fair.
Decently high up in our range. Now, I wouldn't say it's the top 50% of our range getting to this river, but we have to consider the fact that the cutoff's only all in for half pot here. We only have to be good 1 in 4 times. We have to keep him honest to some degree because his bet doesn't have to work that frequently. So, we do need to be calling this river the majority of the time. We will have some missed draws, hands like ace-3, ace-4. We'll have some ace-5, ace-deuce. Even some ace-x that just double floated. So 10-9 is the bottom of our calling range here. We're going to be folding it sometimes, but mostly going to be playing as a call.
So one thing I want to say before, he is referring to the player he's playing against as the solver. James Romero plays in 25Ks where people play theoretical and play like solvers and stuff like that. Your guys in the 10s and the 11s and the $22 tournaments that check raise 1, 2, 3 your ass, you're going to be in for some bad news.
Contrast says, a lot of times I end up playing GTFO instead of GTO.
Yeah, he is a solver in this spot. The solver is going to be balanced and have a lot of bluffs. In some hands, it turns into a bluff.
Yes.
Okay, if you're playing against a 19-6-4 and they do this to you and you call, you're torching it.
I would say if you're playing
Like-
anywhere but bet online, you're torching.
No, well, I mean, you can have HUD stats on guys, but yeah. Cool. He's not gonna show what happens. Probably call it in the solver hat, top set, but it's cool. We have a 42.
Ooh, you guys did pretty good on that one, man. You got us. We did 33. This was a tough one, though. It was
Damn, I thought we got wrecked.
tough. Oh, no,
I mean, we got
no.
an 8, 10, 10, 8, 6, but let's go.
Is that a good? What do you mean you got wrecked? That's a good score.
It is. Tight is right.
On a Romero quiz?
On a Romero quiz with this many
That's a good ass
streets.
score.
You're actually eating, bro. Good shit. Great. Let's go ahead and throw in another keyword. If you give me the opportunity, you know where I'm going with this. So
You
you
want
want
to
to
do a
pick it or
grips
not?
quiz? They're asking for a grips quiz.
Yes. Let's do a grips quiz. That'd be fun.
All right, cool.
Fuka, make sure to whisper me. I'll send you 5. And then, near the end of the stream, I'm going to just roll twice for a keyword for 2 gift subs, courtesy of our friend in the chat, the Carter, longtime friend of the stream. All right, you have a keyword you want to use?
I don't know, something gripster cash related. Marbles.
Marbles? What the fuck? Are you? Is this your retirement announcement?
This is a
You're
troll
retiring
quiz.
from poker to go to marbles,
It's
bro?
trolling.
What the fuck?
We're doing Evan Jarvis.
Oh my god, I've lost him, boys. He's
Guys,
gone.
I haven't typed that in yet. The marbles.
He's done streaming and done
Marbles
playing
is
poker
streaming.
and marbles.
I told you I'm playing chess now.
Motherfucker.
Everyone's putting marbles in chat. I haven't typed the keyword yet, so that
All
doesn't
right,
count.
fuck it. Here. All
I
right.
was
I mean,
trolling.
it's
I
in
was
there.
trolling.
Oh, you were
It's in there.
trolling?
All right,
Keck
fine,
W
it's in there.
then.
Put it in there again.
Keck W over here, boys. Fuck that. He's trolling. I'm trolling too.
We're sticking with marbles.
Nah, he's trolling. I'm trolling. It's Keck W. Nah, he's
I-
trolling.
I love you, Evan. I'm sorry.
Nah, it ain't marbles over here.
You're a great guy, a great coach, and a great poker
He's
player.
actually trolling.
I apologize. Harley D, welcome.
It's not marbles.
Marbles. Marbles is the keyword, Muggy. Marbles. Marbles. Marbles.
For you,
Marbles
for
in
him,
my
and-
chat and Keck W and
W.
Six's chat. We went off
Yeah,
the
he's
fucking
tr-
rails.
Yeah, he went over at the rails. I'm not letting him make that transition to marbles just yet. He's putting his poker career for marble streams.
I
Nope.
probably
Not happening.
played maybe 5 times in my life.
I played 0. Like
yeah,
a real
well, I was
man.
in Evan's stream hanging out after the study stream.
Okay,
He was-
well,
he
that's
was
a
just
lie
on.
when you're hanging out with
He's
Evan.
like, get in the
Evan's
game,
too
Evan.
entertaining.
He's like, get in the game, Toe. I was like, all right.
I can't do it yet. I like Cake W better. All right, let's pick a quiz and let's help everybody get better.
got no
I griefed that
marbles.
one too.
I picked the quiz, 2070.
2070? Ooh.
Ooh.
These grips quiz have been great as well. Like he's
That's great
been
quizzes.
yeah, he's been leveling up his quiz game and I really enjoy them. So these
These
will
for
be
the giveaway,
good.
Shark. That's okay. This is the stream for that.
And I think it's a good moment to announce
Oh, here comes the
a
shilling.
quick little show or for the PC Discord study sessions that we have weekly. We go here to the events. If you guys are interested, these are all free for anybody out there. We literally have them 6 days a week. Luis has groups at 10 a.m. Eastern, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. If you like cash games, we have a nice little fun group here on Tuesdays at 12:15. We also have the webinars in there, but me and Toe host a study group every Thursday at 12:15. I don't know
To
why
be
it says
fair,
one there.
Six is host and I co-host.
Yeah,
I'm
but it's fun. I mean, but it's
I'm
more
Robin.
about you guys and going through hands and trying to get better, and not me just spitting. I'm trying to help you guys get better. We all enjoy the game. Thank you for that sub, brother. Appreciate the prime time.
Exclamation point PC Discord to get into there. It's 100% free, like Six has said. They're all recorded. If you can't make them live, we post the link of the recording. You can watch the recording, timestamp the video, post it in one of the hand history review rooms, and we'll get back to you right away. We're really active in it, both of us. We're in the hand history rooms all the time. It's a good community. They're talking a lot about poker, and it's 100% free. Go check it out. It's literally, it's like I always say, they pay us to say this shit, but it's true. It's the best free content on the internet, hands down.
Yeah, we put our heart and soul into this shit, so it's gonna be good. I mean,
Global's down again? Really? Wow.
Ruh-roh. All right, I rolled it. Keaton, my man.
Chicken
Let's
live
go represent.
long. Let's do it.
All right, brother. Let's go. Good luck. And if you don't know what's going on, just let us know. I know you know the drill. So we're gonna play 7-5 suited.
Contrast, you nailed it.
The
The best
GPC.
free comedy show on the internet. Check it out Tuesdays and Thursdays.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, chicken, let's do this.
Hello, Poker Coaching members. Evan Jarvis here for PokerCoaching.com, coming at you with another cash game quiz. Today we're playing some 50-cent, $1, no-limit Texas Hold'em 6X cash games over on GG Poker. It's relative early in the session, so we don't have a lot of reads on the table. That doesn't mean we can't play some great poker. 5-7 of clubs on the button, folded to us. What should we do? Should we fold, call, raise to $2.50, or raise to $3?
All right, guys. Fold to us on the button. What are we doing? Kept snap folded.
Snap folding the 7-5 suited.
Monkey,
Is this
contrast,
too loose?
Playing. Chicken opening it. Dennis opening it.
2-5.
Shark folding. Cluck him up, he says.
Days boy, we came here to be folding 5-handed suited 2 gappers on the button. What the hell?
Cluck him up, chicken.
He gave us no information on the blinds or anything. Big Turk says call, so he's gonna limp the button.
Don't be
and
fooled.
then a sea of 2.5 to threes.
Just because he may or may not open here, it might be a mistake. We've seen it before. Don't be fooled.
The button limp option. Hey, don't shame the button limp. Somebody might be doing it, man. Some other people might want to say call in the chat, but they feel shamed because they're scared it might be bad. But hey, if you're doing it, and if it's part of your game,
be honest.
Gives a
This
shit.
is the place to get better. Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. I
Ain't
try
get
to never
better.
shame people into their poker decisions. I've made all the mistakes in the book,
I shame 0 people
except for me.
for one.
Yeah, laughing at my mistake.
There's one. I got one guy.
I wonder who that poor
Tennessee Day
soul
folded.
is. Holy shit!
Jason says either 3 or fold. He's mixing.
3 or 4. All right, cool. Who we going? You're raising this, right?
Yeah. We're
2.5.
We're going with it. 2.5 is fine. 3 is fine. It's fine. I can actually see folding sometimes too. I think this hand might mix. 5-7. It's close. Feels close. Feels like it's like, right? Like we're not doing 5-8. Right?
Dude, I'm not. This
We're
is
not
what I'm
doing
talking.
4-7.
I'm not
So it's right
sitting
there.
at the poker table. I'm not coming to sit down to play poker to be folding suited 2 gappers on the button. Why even play? I'm done. It's just time to go. I think I have to start.
Play.
Dude, it's so boring. Like, fuck that. Open this.
fine,
How
open
hard
this.
can they make it? I'm open every time.
fine.
I'm already folding a lot of other stuff. Come on, man. I'm going to sit here and fold 5-7. Why even play? Just go home.
Pete says, you
All
shame
right.
my ass all the time. I never shame you in poker. I just shame you in everything else.
Yeah, I mean, dude, these dudes would have to be making my life so hard for me not to open this. But yeah, this is, I mean, until you tell me otherwise, this is going to be an open.
Contrast
Let's
says,
do it.
this is 40% of a straight flush, you nits.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. What do you say?
I clicked
think
it.
it's at 2.5. Cool.
Snap.
Now, 7-5 suited, it's not a premium hand, but when it folds around to us on the button, it's definitely a strong enough hand to be opening. Now, it's very close to the bottom of the range in terms of suited gap, 1 gappers, 6-4 suited. It's going to be the bottom. In terms of suited 5Xs, 8-5 suited is going to be the bottom. So 7-5 slightly better. And we play 7-5 suited, but we do not
Eagle Claw.
play 7-4 suited. So 7-5 suited, very much close to the bottom of the range, but still a playable hand and one that we expect to turn a profit with when playing in position. So we don't want to fold. We don't want to call. We want to come in raising. And whether you do 2.5 or 3x, that's up to you. I'm personally a 2.5x kind of guy. So 10-point play for both. And we get a fold and a call from the big blind. Flop is 7-3 deuce, giving us top pair and a backdoor flush draw. Checks to us. What should we do? Should we check behind? Bet 33%? Bet 50%
Here
pot?
we go.
Or bet 75% pot?
All right. Cash is boring when you're folding things like 7-5 suited on the button.
Literally. Can you imagine how boring to get? It would just have to be just, oh my God. I'd need so many tables. Well, if it's cash, 50.
Shark
LaRock's
down
checking,
says
Big Turk's
75,
checking.
Dave 75, Contrast 75. And then we got a mix of 50s. Dennis, Beats, Jason, Missy. Monkey 75.
7-5, no check raise. I hope 50 for skate. What'd it do?
50 for nut flush.
50 for Keaton as well. So Keaton's at 50.
Chicken says 75.
Chicken. All right, we're going 50 over here.
We are going 75.
I mean, bet, right? I mean, it's
50 is a natural bet. I think it might be. I know we size up. I don't know if we size up 5-7. We definitely size up things like A7 and King 7 and Queen 7.
Certain portions of our range on this board.
I'm not sure if we size up as much. So I'm actually a little conflicted. What do you think? You're the cash game coach.
50 is going to be fine, right? Like,
Right.
I feel like 50 is going to be a nice little catch-all to get value from worse. 75 may start being a little bit too polar, where we start to fold out some 3x and deuce x, which we don't mind getting calls from since we have those crushed. So 33 or 50, we would keep in enough worse hands with the backdoor draw.
Definitely don't think it's
Backdoor draws. I definitely don't think 50. I don't see why 33 is a bad option on this board, especially with this hand when we don't mind keeping in some worse when we're blocking like some straight draws you could have. We have backdoor flush draws. So I would say I would use 33 more than 75 with this specific hand. But 50 is probably fine.
We don't have a lot of bet 50 monkey in tournaments. We don't have a lot of bet 50, but in cash games we have bet 50 really often.
So all right, let's go ahead and bet 50.
For
That's
us,
what
let's
our
find
main
out.
piece is. Ooh, it is a 50.
This is a situation where the solver is pretty much going 50-50 between checking and betting, and then mixing it up with the bet sizes. So if you're checking behind here, taking a little pot control line, preventing yourself from facing a check raise, preventing yourself from being put into a marginal position with a marginal hand, that's totally fine. That's 10-point play. If, however, you want to either bet small, say 33%, and basically bet your entire range on this board, because while it does have some low cards, it's still a board that's going to favor the buttons range over the big blinds range, since there aren't that many straight draws possible. There aren't any straights possible, and it's 7-3 deuce. It's still a pretty rag kind of board.
Yep.
That strategy is going to be just fine. Or if you want to go larger, as I did, for a bit more protection, to get a bit more fold equity, to discourage those floats from overcard type hands and to make it more expensive for your opponents to throw a check raise bluff in there, that's where it's 10 points too. So pretty much all plays are good here. Betting 50%, betting 30%, betting 75%, nice. Checking. Solver likes all of them, with a little bit more of a weighting towards the large bet if betting and a check if checking. So we go 75%. Our opponent check raises us to 11 here. It's smallish check raise here. Action back on us. What should we do? Should we fold, call, re-raise to 25, or go all in?
All in. Fuck this guy.
See you when I see you.
Evan says, on the flop, do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, right? That's why I was having a hard time like deciding. Like, it almost, you could just bet small. You can go giant as well with this. Medium seems like it makes a lot of sense. Like, I don't see how anything's that bad. I like it. Call only, Carter says. Keaton's calling, so there's a man.
Chicken, Cap, and Poker Shark folding.
Big turd folding. We got one fold over here. I'm gonna tell you this. We done? Did your guy go?
Yeah, folded.
You can never fold.
Never fold.
Actually,
we can't fold.
Actually, 0%.
We have top pair. We have
backdoor
draws, backdoor straight.
in
but
position.
Even without that, we're not folding a 7.
He's check raising draws. He might be mixing a 3x check. There's a 0% fold. We're getting 3-1 in position with top pair and 2 backdoor draws. Mm-hmm. It's illegal.
No, it's illegal.
No, you actually can't fold. No, you actually can't fold. Though. I'm serious. I was just joking. I'm joking with you guys, but you can't fold. All right, so we're calling.
We're fold.
You ready?
Yeah.
No, we're not. No.
In this situation, there really is only one option, and that option is to call.
Oh, did we do it?
Folding.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry.
Right. We got goosed.
a
Hell yeah,
hand
got
that could be best and has some
the
equity
goose.
to improve.
They road.
Doesn't make much sense. And raising back
Don't worry,
here
chicken. You weren't the only one.
puts us in a possible position where we could get check raised and then 4-bet all in on the flop, in which case we're probably drawing dead most of the time, so our opponent can have the 3s, can have the 2s, can have the rare 7s, or we have a very close spot against something like an ace-4 of spades, ace-5 of spades. Not a situation where we'd like to get our money in where either we're flipping or behind. We would rather just call, move on to the next street with a hand that may be best, and make our plays based on what our opponent does, based on their bet sizing, based on the type of turn card we get and all that stuff. Solver's pure calling here. Just wanted to discuss the various options. Going all in is only going to get us called by better, and raising it back to 25 is just going to put us in a very awkward position when we get raised back. And top pair marginal kicker, not the type of hand we would really want to click it back with. If we're ever raising back here, probably be with our sets. And I don't even know if we'd be doing it with that. So we just call. Turn is the queen of clubs, giving us a flush draw to go with our formerly top pair. Hand formerly known as top pair. And now we face an overbet here from our opponent for about 150% pot. We have double the bet behind in our stacks. So what should we do now? Should we fold, call, or go all in?
Smokes.
It sucks. Everyone's going to say, I told you to fold, but no, you still can't fold. And this
Look at Big Tur. He was like, I told you this was going to happen.
Did it happen? I called it. So, yeah, trolls, chat pro trolls, you still can't fold. This bet's not going to happen very often.
Yam it. John says. Fold for key. Oh, my God. Oh. I've seen it all. Folding, jam it, and a call. Fold. Another fold.
Chicken says, call now. Jason all in. Poker Shark mixing between fold and all in. Monkey says, we are allowed to shove here. Dennis calling. Nutflush jamming.
Jam.
Shark folding.
Oh, man. This is going to be really good quiz for somebody. Somebody's going to learn a lot. So we'll make sure to, yeah, this is good.
I got a call, a fold, and a wait.
Is this the good night song, Toe? Is this it?
Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go.
Get it in now and pray. He's denying your equity.
Pete says
right?
85% call, 15% jam.
Destroyer says, I'm a fish, so I'm gambling. Jamming and gambling.
No read.
He didn't dunk into us, John. He check raised and then followed through with the 150%.
Shit out of it.
He check raised 150.
He threw down the heat. Overbet scream spade, says Nutflush. Oh, this bitch. Overbetting and running our draw. Hate this.
Keaton's, so we're folding over here.
I hate his gross face. Chicken calling now.
We're just calling?
Yeah. We have to call. We can't call. It sucks. It sucks really bad.
I mean, I don't know if I can. I thought about jamming. Like, I think it's over at this point when we have a pair and a flush draw. I mean, it cleans up. Like, so when more money goes in on a river, does he only put in more money when it's an equity changing card? So if he has a combo draw, 4 6 of spades or something like that, does he only put in more money, ace 4, ace 5 of spades and shit like that, when he hits the spade or when he gets there? I'm already fucking over it. So this is good. Now I turn more equity. I almost just want to rip it. He's doing this into a range that's kind of uncapped. I can still have the fuck it. Let's do it.
I kind of like Beats comment where
I'm not
like
folding.
Calling here is better because when we jam, we never get called by worse. This is super polar,
Yeah, you do.
so it's either the nuts or something like you said. And
Yeah, it's
against the
combo
nuts,
draws.
we can fold river. Against everything else, we're ahead. I kind of like calling, but I can definitely see if it says jam.
I know. I think calling is probably what you're
Keeps
supposed to do
bluffs
here. But man, I swear, I think it's probably a leak. I'll probably jam here as a leak. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just a fucking leak.
I feel like it might be jam. But let's find out.
I'm never folding. That's out of the question. The money's gone. The stack is gone.
It's cringe.
It's done.
Rebuy table 6.
Bye-bye stack of Rooney. So I would jam. So let's see.
Rebuy a beer, table 6. All right, we're calling.
This is a spot that can feel kind of awkward.
I thought it was elite.
We
I
think,
would
well, if our
only
opponent has a
fucking
set and all we have is a flush
Call was
draw,
10
we need
points,
4
too.
to 1 to make our hand,
okay.
and we're definitely not getting that when faced
Well, at
with
least
an
I'm not
overbet.
punching.
Even with the potential implied
Bang, bang.
odds, we aren't quite getting the odds we need if we're up against a set and all we have is a flush draw. But a couple things to note. First, our opponent's sizing on the flop for the check raise was kind of small. If our opponent had a set of 3s, a set of deuces, a set of 7s, do you think they're using this small check raise sizing? Personally, I kind of don't think so. Being said, we could still be outkicked with our pair of 7s. If our opponent had a better 7, do you think they're
Feels like a
overbetting
combo
here?
draw.
Again, doesn't really make a whole lot of sense for them to be doing that. So in game, to me, it felt a lot more like our opponent was sitting on a combo draw than it did on them having a better hand than us. So if our opponent has a combo draw, they could have 4 or 5 of spades, ace 4 of spades, ace 5 of spades, or any 3x of spades, which we're pretty much beating all of them except for queen 3 of spades, which is only one combo in the range. So given that we are ahead of what it feels like our opponent has most of the time with this sizing, we definitely don't want to be folding. The question is, should we be calling or should we be going all in? And when running it through the solver, if our opponent bet 125% pot, we're pretty much always just calling and playing rivers. When our opponent bets 175% pot, we're pretty much always just going all in, because at that point we'll have more than half our remaining chips in the middle. We might as well put the rest of them. So when our opponent bets 150, right in the middle, it's pretty much a mix. We can call, play rivers, or we can just go all in right now. Again, against those combo draws that have, say, 15 outs, we are going to be our favorite with our made hand. And therefore, if it's possible to get all the money in now, we might as well do that. And our opponent is going to be looking pretty priced in at this stage with how much he's got in the middle. Even though, would they have the right price to continue? Let's see, we put in 90, there'd be 170 there. It's about 50 more. Yeah, they'd be getting the right price. So if we shove and our opponent has a combo draw, he can call off correctly, and we are getting more money in as a favorite. We're getting 70% of that money back. So 70% on 90 rather than 70% on 42 seems profitable. So that's why shoving is a fine play if we can narrow our opponent's range to that. If we think our opponent ever has those stronger hands than us, we may just want to call here instead. So 10 points for both because it's really right on the line there with the solver. And that was one of the fun things about reviewing this hand in the solver is I got to see what it was doing. And then I said, why does it want to go all in here? When we're kind of like bluff catching. It's like, well, most of the time we just have this opponent beat and they have a lot of equity and we'd rather just get all the chips in now. So plan will be to probably fold on spade rivers. 6, ace, 4, and 5 will be a little more dicey, but we'll see what we get. And we get the deuce of diamonds, so we don't really need to worry about that too much. Our opponent checks. What should we do? Should we check, bet $10, or go all in?
He checked! Yay!
He checked. You want to reopen the action for $10 fucking into a $100 pot, or do you want to jam to get called by a chop?
He capped.
Check W.
Check.
Yes, they fold.
Oh, check and jammed.
You know what they fold? Miss flush draw.
Beach checks. Not flush checks.
Toast. Bet 10, skate day. Back to the micros. Yeah, you can't bet 10. Reopen the action to get wrecked.
Yeah, but checking.
Should have jammed the last street. I agree, Days Boy. But this is a spot where he probably didn't consider jam and then ran it and studied it and then used it as a quiz. It's great. And now we can all get better from it together.
Contra says we can never bet small for value? Question mark.
To get called by what?
You bet small for value to get called by...
5s to check raise, 4s to check raise, ace 3 to check raise, and then overbet. It's too ambitious. What are we doing here? You can't. Don't bet 10. Don't bet small.
The reverse blocker bet.
I like the small for value, but 10 is too small. You do realize you both have about half pot, less than half pot behind.
Why is that
All right,
control?
let's do it.
10. Yeah,
Let me-
listen,
let me
guys,
make
when
sure
we're in
we-
position, we almost never have small
Almost.
bets in position. So you can take out the
Shout
bet
out.
10 right away just for that. So the question is do we jam or do we check? If we jam, the problem is that we never, ever get called by worse. So that
Holy
is
chops.
a jam for value that never gets any value. So check the only option. Be
Even
happy
blocking
that
one of
he
the
gave you so many
underpairs.
chips and check and showdown. Everybody checking
Right.
except for chicken jammed.
Let's do it, bro. I mean, I'm checking. Let's do it. Check.
All right. Don't
Ready?
get goose chicken.
At this point, we have a pretty easy just check behind and take the showdown. If we're looking to get a little greedy and try to get some value out of ace high or a pair of threes,
Nah,
we
it's too
could bet
greedy.
$10. The one issue is if we bet $10 and our opponent check raises all in, do we want to make the call here with the pair of sevens? If the answer is yes, and you want to bet to induce your opponent to check raise all in with a busted draw, and you think your opponent's going to have a
that's
busted draw
five
pretty much
head.
always, then go for it. Bet small, induce, and make that call.
How dare you.
The deuce doesn't change anything. Our opponent never has any
I'll need that
deuces
in
with
the
his
game. That's
combo
kinda
draws.
nasty,
We don't have to
actually.
worry about that.
With a better hand.
So if betting, $10 is probably the way to go. Going all in, not that likely to get hero called. I think we're more likely to get all the chips by inducing than we are to go by shoving ourselves. But I didn't think there was a ton of chance we were going to get looked up anyway. So I just take the showdown, which is what the solver does here. Check, check, and win it showdown with a pair of sevens. So very interesting hand. Shows that you don't need to always put your opponent on a super nutted hand when they're using an overbet. They can definitely be doing overbets with combo draws and balancing that overbet range. And sometimes the range is actually mostly weighted towards draws. So really pay attention to your opponent's bet sizing on all streets. Put the pieces of the puzzle together, connect the dots, and you can get a pretty good read on your opponent's range and, call overbets with second pair and still be good. Anyway, super fun hand in my opinion. It's been Evan Jarvis for PokerCoaching.com. Hope you enjoyed the quiz. Hope you learned a thing or two. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one.
I don't think the solver has them turning the 3 into a bluff and jamming with that hand there, monkey. So chicken, listen,
showdown.
you did really good in this one. You got all 10s and then the 2 goose eggs. But the 2 goose eggs were really important spots that you should remember and will make you / save you a lot of money in the future. The one is that on the check raise, we can never fold top pair. Doesn't matter. You're always calling top
No,
pair.
hell no.
And the other one is on the river. You always ask you, am I jamming for value or am I jamming as a bluff? If I'm jamming as a bluff, what's better that's going to fold? Nothing here. If I'm jamming for value, what's worse that's going to call? Again, nothing here. So it's better just to check it and take it down. So
All right.
even though you got 2 goose eggs, that came with 2 very important, valuable lessons, and you did a great job otherwise. Good job. Let's do it.
Keyword. Last one. Oh, we got a 38. We got a 38 for that.
You got it. We got 30. You could have got him too, chicken. You would have fucked his ass up had you not missed those 2 spots. All right, you want to pick? We did. I guess it's JL, right, for the last one.
We need a keyword, and we can do. Yep.
All right, so we'll do 2067, and the keyword is gonna easy game. Just play perfect. Easy game.
Easy game. Or just make it out there. Easy game is the key word.
All right.
Easy. I'm not typing out. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys got it.
The letter's easy. Yeah, there it is.
Don't be a boomer.
Yeah. Not the boomer way. Come on now. Not the toe way of things.
That's right.
We got that going. We got that.
Now you know why I hang out with Marlon. He makes me feel less boomery.
My dude Marlon. He came over last night. He did the thing.
He was awesome.
Yeah, it's good.
I gotta give Marlon credit, man. He was at a final table last night at the Ocho. Ended up taking 4th. He was playing the best poker I've ever seen him play, man. He was making ICM moves that were like crazy bet sizes that were perfect and like betting one spots. I was like, damn, Marlon, you're actually working on your game. It was actually kind of cool to see.
I was teasing him in that free roll. He was playing a 0 VPIP, and he's watching me play every hand. I'm like, bro, why are you playing tight in this? Why are you trying
He's
hard?
working on his game.
I'm playing every hand. What are you doing?
God's Big Boomer, my next
All right.
name. I love it.
Let's go ahead and we picked one. Which one are we doing? The JL
2067.
2067. This will be it. The last one of the day. I'm ready to roll it when you are.
Already rolled it, and we got the Wiz. Beats in the house. Did you see that? Sixes looked a little shook.
Destroyed.
When I said that.
And I know I am like
He gave the side.
fucking beats. Yeah, but we got the destroyer in the house. I'm about to get some zeros. I hear the confidence. You love the confidence. All right. 2067. Good luck, my friend.
Let's do
Let's
it.
keep the train going. The Mafia is doing well today.
We got swept so far. We had to bring in the Wiz to try and save the day. Come on, Wiz.
Here we are at the final table of a $1,000 buy-in tournament. We raised it up with the Ace-7 offsuit. There are various medium stacks hanging around. In this hand, though, me and my opponent are both close to chip lead.
Damn.
And my opponent is a relatively tight, aggressive player who has really not been all that out of line. Most of his money has come from getting it in with aces against jacks and winning. So he's kind of hanging around, not doing anything too fancy. I raise cutoff with Ace-7. He calls big blind. Jack-7, and the opponent checks.
Uh-oh.
Should we check? Bet 175,000, bet 325,000, or bet 475,000.
Okay.
Kind of busted
We open
already.
get called by the
let's
small
see.
blind. What's we doing?
What size or are we checking?
I see him involved in this. He said too, right? I think he
Correct.
alluded to that.
Gonna go with
175s. Everybody.
Is he on a button or the small blind? He's the small
He's in the
blind.
small blind.
The way this thing is, man. Yeah, it's weird. So he's in the small blind, guys. Days Boy 325.
Jason says,
Destroy
go big or go
325.
home.
Check.
475. Wapa.
Bang, bang. We're about to find out where we
175
at.
for beats.
Min Mat 175. Grateful Rich 175. Good bet. Small for John and a bunch of 300s. What the Toe Army doing?
175 for beats.
Yeah, and we are going 325. We'll piss. You ready? I mean, since A, I would probably go 120 and
Sure.
B, like 175.
Yeah. Just bet small with
Just-
no range on this board. We have more jacks. This is good. We bet and take it down a lot. We don't need to risk anymore.
Well, it's the
Make it
small
happen,
blind
Cap.
call range is different than BB, but yeah, we still go small. And we probably still go entire range, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Jack 7, I'm pretty sure we bet range. Which means we bet small when we bet range.
Yeah, and I'll
Small
probably
and
go a
frequent.
little bit. Yep. All right, so 175 would be the bet. I am never going 325 in the spot or bigger.
Contrast says check in real life. Interesting.
Nope.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I think we can go either way between checking or betting small in this situation. You do have to be a little bit careful betting into another big stack at a final table because neither of you
In
really want
position.
to lose a big pot.
No.
That said, my hand is very likely good but vulnerable. But
No.
it's such a disaster if I get check raised. And look, I say the opponent's tight and aggressive, but will they check raise a
It's
hand?
a disaster to face
like,
2 bets in a row, in my opinion.
10-9. I don't know. It would sure be a disaster to get check raised by 10-9, though. And I do think the opponent's going to have a lot of hands like 10-9, 9-8, Queen 10, stuff like that in their range that could easily check raise. I wish the board was more like 10-9 and I had ace-9 because then there'd be just fewer cards I'm worried about getting outdrawn by. But I think the cautious play, especially against someone who you think is going to give you pretty clean information,
Cautious
turn
play.
in the river, is just to check it back and go from there. But if you said bet small, I think that very easily could be the best play in general. So
Yes.
rough spot between either check or bet small. Don't bet big though, because as you start betting bigger and bigger, then when you do get action, you're going to be running into more and more
Better hands.
jacks, which obviously the opponents have a lot of jacks in their range to call in the small blind. And if they do check raise against a big bet, now we're playing for stacks with our marginal pair, which is also not great. Check, check. Opponent checks on the 4 of hearts turn.
Okay.
Should we check? Bet 175,000, bet 325,000, or bet 475,000.
Okay, here we go. Pot control, and here we are.
I want to run this spot now. I mean, it's a small blind
I
range.
find the
which I can
interesting
get.
argument when we're playing against the other big stack to check this protects our checking range and we pot control. I find it interesting. I would always bet range here, but I still find it interesting.
But the problem is, like, I mean, not problem, but I just feel like this can wants to bet more. I don't know, man. Because are we mixing check with any of our jack or overpair? I guess we would, but I would be trying to stack him with. It feels like I would cap my range in a way in position because I should be betting all my jacks. So with that being said, I should be betting this as well. Otherwise, I'm capping and I don't have a jack. But maybe we're mixing check with the jack at some frequency, which I don't think we are. But if we are, we would throw this in there as well.
I agree with everything you said.
Yeah, I don't know.
175 contrast. Dennis and Meatball beats sizing up 325.
325s. Well, a bunch of 175s. If we are getting value 175, then if we are folding out 325. I'm trying to win, Big Curtis says. I'm a 325K man today. Cool. 325 is our bet size.
Must do.
This is small blind LaRock. Oh, yeah, you see it. I feel like against big blinds, pure color, pure C-bet on that board. Against small blind, the calling range has high concentration of jacks, and that's my line of thinking. Yep, they also have a lot of suited 9s, suited 10s, and suited 8s, depending as well, which all kind of connect with this. Pairs, suited hands. So, yeah, I can get behind that. All right, we are going to go 325.
So are we.
So is Toe in real life?
So are we.
So are we. Let's do it.
I mean, this brought in a lot more draws, too. We get called by a lot more things. It's great. And he double capped.
This goes too
So,
small.
yeah,
We
that's
have a
bad.
jack. But, yep, let's do it.
Once they check again, I think it's a pretty clear green light just to go for a small bet. I think a
killing me, JL. You're killing
175,000
me.
bet gets money in the pot against a lot of worse stuff. I mean, any pocket pair is going to call at this point. And
Ruh-roh.
I don't think we're very likely to get raised. You do have to be a little bit careful against players who are... I mean, this guy's like a middle-aged recreational player. They'll just randomly put in raises sometimes, which is
be
rough because if
scared
you bet
like
here
the
and get
old
raised,
man
it's
coffee.
not a really a good spot to be in. But I think once the opponent checks twice, you can really start to discount a lot of jacks from the range because most players would bet the turn with the jack a large portion of the time. So we go 175. We could potentially go bigger. If you said 325, I don't mind it. I mean, it is certainly possible to get called by worse for a bigger bet, and the board does contain a few more draws, but not really. The 4 of hearts is not like the 6 of hearts, right? That contains just more draws, or the, you know, a card that essentially brings more draws available, straight draws essentially. Maybe it doesn't really matter that much in this spot though, because like if they have 9-8, they already had a gut shot, which is good enough, right? Anyway, we go 175. I don't think we need to go bigger unless the opponent's a bit of a calling station. They do call, fine. River's the 8 of clubs and the straightforward opponent, so I think. Leads. Half pot, 450,000. Pretty quickly.
Fuck John.
Should we fold, call, raise to 1.3 million, or go all in?
A straightforward player at the final table of a 1K
So,
with the 100
really
beans
interesting.
up top.
I ran this in Chippy B. On the flop, 50-50 check versus bet.
Versus small blind makes sense.
On the turn, it is betting with a heart 50-50 and checking 75% of the time on the turn otherwise.
That small blind call range will rock your world. Don't be so
And he's
tight.
capped, and you're not getting value from much according to the solver, so protect your check. Protect your check. That's funny because in jiu-jitsu you say protect your neck. Protect your neck.
Protect your chat. Carter's folding.
He
John's
says tank,
folding.
tank, fold.
Destroyer is calling. Couple calls, man. Ace 3 of hearts, he said.
You got some
Just
calls,
calls
Batman
out
calling.
one. Go all in.
Skate cone.
Goddamn. Just turn a 7 into a bluff. Don't even want to bluff catch it. Just put him to the max test.
After this
Punt
guy.
a final table. Go from first to 8th with 100K up top. In the PCA event. Maximum pain.
Skate
If
folding.
it's set habs, it's easy. Set habs, my dude. The
Calling a
legend.
10-7 and 9-7, but folding A7.
Never folding to
Gotcha.
8 set habs.
I realize what you're saying
All right, we are calling over here.
We are tank, folding.
Toe, final table.
Fuck me, man. How do I fold? Can I fold this one? Check.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. He bet. He didn't it bet. Wasn't there a turn bet?
Oh, there's 16 big.
Yeah.
Did we bet turn?
There's a turn bet.
Oh, we bet
we
turn
bet
small, and this guy leads.
Yes, and then he leads on this river. Where do we beat?
Yeah,
at a final table.
Bet turn, he leads river. I'm folding. If we went check, and he just bets, then I'm.
Nat leads. He said he threw into context that quickly.
If he leads, I'm folding.
Bye. 5-6 got there. 9-10 got there. Yeah, give me out.
Yeah, and Old Man Coffee isn't going to do this with some random bluff. He's going to be like, oh shit, this guy's going to check
another
back.
chip leader.
So he's fix your camera, 6.
Oh.
He's like, this guy's going to check back. Shit, I got to bet my whatever. You know, so this is like usually value.
Half pot is a small bet, so maybe we're getting the right price to call this, and we don't want to just think about it like that. Is this going to be in the call? Probably so when you look at it in respects to the.
Solver.
Yeah. Fuck, man. You got to call 450 to make 1.3 with this. Yeah, it's probably always a call in theory land, but. All right, we're folding though. Oh, we're calling. Yeah, we're calling. Yeah, it would be.
Let's find out.
Let's do it.
What an annoying spot.
5, 6, 9, 10 gets there.
Look, everything in my body's just saying call, obviously middle pair. The problem though is if you think about the opponent's range at this point, especially if they're not going to be betting the turn with a lot of their draws, and they're just going to check call them because that's what passive players do. What does their range look like?
For sure beats.
Well, it looks like a jack that's afraid to have it check through, which I lose to. Looks like 10-9 for a straight, although a lot of those bet the turn you would think. 10-8 for a pair. That's probably good. 9-8 for a pair. That's probably good. 6-5 for a straight. And what else? Find some other bluffs that check call the turn. I mean, maybe king, queen of hearts, queen, 10 of hearts, stuff like that. But is this player really going to take that line? I mean, I don't know. Maybe. But I think I'm going to be shown an 8 here a ton. So the question is should I try to raise the opponent out of their seats? And look, at the final table, with a lot of money on the line, I think the answer is just no, because I'm not sure they have an 8. And even if they have an 8, they may just decide to find a hero call. They may. Some of these tighter players, doesn't mean they're necessarily weak. I mean, if you put them in a hand against loose, aggressive Jonathan Little on the river, and Jonathan Little raises you on the river, yeah, it's annoying that sometimes they're just going to find a call with the 10-8. So anyway, look, I think we're probably beat here. I think it's just a fold. If you said call, I mean, I don't hate it, but actually, I kind of do, I guess. The more I'm thinking about it, I think I just do, because I think we're going to see an 8 here a lot. I realize pot odds exist. I realize we can't get check raised or anything because we're closing the action. So there's a lot of reasons to call, but at the same time, it's just so likely we're beat. Anyway,
he hates it.
I thought for forever and then folded. And then he said, nice fold. I river jagged the 10-9. Now, he didn't show me. He could have just been bluffing me. But would it shock me if he showed me the 10-9? I mean, look, a lot of people think, well, obviously they bluff the turn with 10-9, but a lot of people just don't. And if you bet small enough, they'll just call. Now, funny enough, if they had the 10-9 and the river was a blank, maybe he decides to bluff it. In which case, I'd call on a lot of rivers. But I think the 10, 9, and 8 rivers are especially terrible for me. And when you get a river that's especially terrible for you and your opponent wants to lead into you in a spot where you certainly could just have good hands, you should probably get out of the way.
Night. Yeah. GG. We have, I don't even want to say this out loud. How'd you
25. The Wiz saved the day.
You won. Good try. Destroy. It's all good. These quizzes are tough. This is the final table. Shit's different. It's all good. And guess what? You didn't lose any money by this. Doesn't matter. Nobody cares. Yeah, Toe loses money.
I lost $5.
Yeah, we've been losing $5 all day. I mean, I got to do this giveaway. Guys, I'm going to do a quick one. Pick 2 people and give some subs. Keyword is 66. Over here, I'm giving away 2 gift subs real quick.
Sorry, Beats. I didn't see that in time. It's too late. We don't need a
There it
gift
is.
sub. We're gonna rate Giraffe, and he's rich enough.
The legend Giraffe in the house, man. I can't wait. Does this money come from poker coaching out of my pockets? Comes from bad regs.
It does come from us, actually.
Does it? Oh yeah, this does for sure.
I mean, we get paid by Jonathan, and I guess this technically comes out of that, but it's money that we would have otherwise, but whatever.
Yeah.
15, 20 bucks a stream, whatever. When your six is
Whatever.
rich, it don't matter.
Oh my god. All right, cool. I'm about to do this quick roll, then I'm gonna bang out some gifts real quick.
And don't forget to throw
And
the
it has
host
to be
Mr. Giraffe Ganger.
LaRock. Yeah, 1 second. I'm gonna gift 2 subs real quick.
In the
This
meantime,
sub is
guys-
on the
okay.
Carter. Thank the Carter for this. And then I got one more. Your boy the Carter hooked this up. Longtime friend of the community, man. He does a lot of good things for the Sixes Army. And it was nice meeting you, LaRock. And
Poker Shark. Thank
we
you for
met,
the
right?
resub, homie.
Yeah, there we go. And then I'm gonna roll it again. It was very nice meeting you, buddy, as well. Hey, Grateful Rich.
See you later,
You
meatball.
love to see it.
Shark, what up? Chicken
Oh,
LeBlanc
yeah, I'm
Ace.
over here
Chicken
just
LeBlanc
wrapping it
says,
up.
you guys are great. Thank you. Thank you for attending, bud. We appreciate you. Appreciate the support, homie.
Yeah, and you guys are more than welcome
What
for
up?
the study sessions. Oh, I'm sorry, are you wrapping up, Toe?
I'm done. Yeah, I'm ready for you.
Oh, okay. I'm just I'm gifted 2 subs. Grateful. There it is for your boy Carter. He's a legend around these parts. And guys, make sure to give my friend GodsBigToe a follow as well. Here it is. Shout out GodsBigToe. If you guys aren't giving him a follow, you should do that. He's the man. It says the Friday night streams on Global. He's here today. He's in the study groups every week. He's in the poker coaching discords, answering hands every day. So he's there. And I'll be back tomorrow. I'm playing a very big session tomorrow, guys. So all the majors, Super Millions, Poker Open stuff. So I'm going to go hard. And thank you guys for the support. Good luck this weekend.
Yeah, really quickly, guys. Cast
Check
command
it
up
out.
there for Sixes.
Yes.
PC Discord in my chat, Discord and Sixes chat for the link to the Discord channel he was just talking about. Exclamation point Discord in my chat to get to my Discord if you want to hang out with me, talk about poker, life, UFC, that kind of fun stuff. YouTube, exclamation point YouTube in both chats if you want to see this one from the beginning or see any of the ones we've done from the past. We've had a lot of esteemed guests. We had Evan Jarvis on a couple weeks ago.
Sure.
We have 2 guests lined up for the near future. We've had Faraj Jaka, we've had Greg Rammer, we have Jesse Sylvia, we've had Ben Drew, we've had Fat Train, we've had Lappy, we've had every big major person you could pretty much think of, and almost all of the coaches we've had them. Go check them out on the YouTube channel, and that's it. Peace.
All right, take care, guys. Peace out. There's the raid command. Did I do it? I did. Toe's always doing it early and on time, and I'm always
I always do it
doing
while
like
I chill,
this.
so I don't have to wait.
Yeah, it's all good.
Later.
Hey, take care, guys. Thank you for that follow. Appreciate it, and good luck this weekend.